All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahawashi, Ba'asham Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the hopeful elect that's pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. Sincere Shalom to you, Akim and Akwaf that's listening and learning as well. The brother Quad from the DC camp come back at you with another lesson. Now, entitled this one, Gird Up the Loins of Your Mind. Okay? Because as we know, we seeing the prophecies pop off at any moment, man. We can be in Jacob's trouble, man. We already see them making moves, okay, locking down certain now they want to lock down certain parts of the country, you know. So at any moment this can be upon us, and what we supposed to do is gird up our loins of our mind, and prepare ourselves for it, because hey, Esau, he's gonna make his last push to keep his kingdom. You know, he's not gonna go down without a fight. So that's why scriptures say what he's gonna cast some of us into prison because he knows that he has but a short time, and it says they're gonna be still spoiling and destroying them that fear the Lord, man. So we have to prepare our minds for that. Luckily, we have Yahawashi, whom his sacrifice gave us the foreknowledge of this, so that we are able to prepare our minds, man. You know, because unless you faint, when we go through these things, a lot of people they faint, man. Okay, but the first scripture I'm going to read is 1 Peter 1 verse 13. It says, "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahawashi HaMashayach." Now, yeah, because we honor with this word, man, we have to gird up the loins of our mind. We still have a journey to go, man, a race to run. You know, this is a spiritual warfare that we are in, man. And Esau gonna try to make you choose your faith, man. But it's beautiful because that's what the Lord wants, man. To see who really got faith in the Lord. Esau, he gonna want you to choose him, man. But we still got a great work to do. Actually, the definition of the word, of the saying, gird up one's loins or gird oneself for something, it means to prepare or strengthen oneself for what is to come, man. Now, I actually looked up, um, how to gird yourself. It's actually a picture, because back then we wore long garments, man. So when a man, matter of fact, let me see what it says. Yeah, let me read it. It says, back in the days of the ancient Near East, both men and women wore flowing tunics. Around the tunics, they wear a belt or a girdle. While tunics were comfortable and breezy, the hem of the tunic would often get in the way when a man was fighting or performing hard labor. So when the ancient Hebrew men had to battle the Philistines, the men would lift the hem of their tunic up and tuck it into the girdle or tie a knot to keep it off the ground. The effect basically created a pair of shorts that provided more freedom of movement. Thus, to tell someone to gird up their loins was to tell them to get ready for hard work or battle. And it was the ancient way of saying man up. So, that's pretty much what it is, man. Preparing yourself, okay? Because we got this battle to continue to fight, man. So just because they turning up the heat, does that mean is that when you fall out? No. This is game time. This is what we've been preparing for, man. Okay. So that's pretty much what this lesson is going to entail. I'm going to yeah, get some other scriptures. This is Job 38 in verse 3. It says, "Gird up now the loins of uh, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. So this was when Job was going through what he was going through, man. You know, the Lord told him to gird up his loins like a man, and we know what Job was going through. So how much more so us, man? You know, we know what's about to happen, man. Let me get this. Um, be faint. This Hebrews 12, and I'm gonna start from the top. It says, "For consider, Salah, Hebrews 12 verse 1. It says, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us." Yeah, because we got to be patient, man, and what we got to go through, man. You know, it's up to the Lord when He wants to. It's up to the Lord when He wants to deliver us, man. Because you had back in the story in Judas, when they was besieging us, sort of like what they gonna try to do. You had certain men try to put time limits on. If the Lord doesn't deliver us at this time, then we're gonna go and you know and surrender. Which you got to be patient, man. Verse 2. It says, "Looking unto Yahawashi, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds." So we got to consider that. Yahawashi had to go through certain things, and so will we. We're going to have to go through things, man. But it said, for the joy that was set before him, man, Yahawashi, he actually had foresight. He knew that once he finished this, he would still be glorified. He was gonna get the glory that he had at first, man. But he had to go through what he went through, man. And so we have to do the same, man. We have to carry our cross, just like Yahawashi did. All right. Second Timothy 2 in verse 2. It says, "And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also." And that's what we doing. It says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi HaMashayach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier." All right. And that's the thing, man. Especially in these times, you gotta observe. The scripture say, "When thou among the indiscreet, observe the times, man." You know, this is the time to be, you know, in the prophecies, man. Not the time to be, just with your family all the time or whatever it may be, man. Partying. This is not the time for that, man. It's about to get serious. Um, that word endure. Let me see. Well, it just got endure hardness, endure to suffer, endure evils, hardship, troubles, to be afflicted. When you go through hardship, some people they faint, man. But we supposed to become hard, man. Like calluses, man. You don't need it bounce off you, man. You gotta have thick skin, if you will, man. You can't be easily offended. Don't be offended of Yahawashi, man. All right. Let me see. Okay. Which one is it? Yeah, this is Matthew 13 and verse 18. It says, "Hear ye the hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When any man heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then the wicked one, so like then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into the stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet have he not root in himself, but endureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended." So you got some people that receive this word, but once the persecution comes, they're going to get offended, man. Well, see, this word that we have is like a gift and a curse, man. Which is it's not a curse, but with this word, you're gonna be you're gonna be tried, man. Let's say that. You know, that's another lesson. But like I said, you endure for a while, but then they become offended, man. And that word offended means to put a stumbling block or impediment in the way, upon which another may trip and fall. You know, to entice to sin, to cause a person to begin to distrust and desert one whom he ought to trust and obey. And we ought to trust and obey the Lord, man. But when you're going through these things, it's going to try to make you not trust the Lord, man. Okay? Let me get this real quick. This is Sirach 2, verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation," man. And like I said, man, that's what gird thy loins mean, man. Prepare yourself for what's ahead. It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble." See that? So don't make haste in the time of trouble. You ain't about to just try to find your easy way out, man. Because they're gonna present you a way out, but you don't make be patient, man. You wait for the way out that the Lord is going to send you. Okay? And I will read that whole chapter. But this is what this is about, man. We coming into them times where Edris, it says, Edris, man, he said, woe is me. Who shall deliver me in those days? This time is about to be real, man. You know? Let me see. You even had women, yeah, when in Second Maccabees, the 7th chapter, when what was his name? When the king pretty much he was killing all her sons, man. The scripture said, let me see if I can find it. She had a manly stomach, man, about it. You know that, and I'm mentioning that because you can gird up the loins of your mind. All right. This is Second Maccabees 7 and verse 20. It says, "But the mother was marvelous above all, and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain with the space of one day, she bare it with a good courage, because of the hope that she had in the Lord. Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. She said unto them." All right. I'm going to tell you what she said. She said, "I cannot tell you how you came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you. But doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake." Yeah, Antiochus, man. But yeah, you might see certain things, man. You don't just lose your trust in the Lord just because something didn't go your way, man. You know, we got to prepare for the worst and keep your trust in the Lord, man. And He will give us life again. All right. That's why the best thing is to do in these times, you keep going over the scriptures, man. This is the comforter. These things was written for our learning, man. Okay. Uh, what's that? This is James 5 verse 8 says, "Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh." You know, these same words, man. Establish, meaning be firm. Let me get that actual word. Patience. Uh, let me see. Establish. Is this it? Oh, Salak. I went to the wrong one. Here we go.
Strong's G 4741. Sterizo. Sterizo.
It says to make stable, place firmly, set fast, fix, to render constant, confirms one's mind. Mm. So that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. And because the Lord drove nigh, we know that after these birth pains, the Lord is going to come, the man child, to save us, man. You know. So if we continue to to keep to keep ourselves, man, we'll be a part of the Lord's house, man, when He come. But we gotta be firm, man, till the very very end. You know. Hebrews 3 and verse 12. It says, "Take heed, brethren, lest there be any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living power, but exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. For if we are made partakers of Hamashiach, for we are made partakers of Hamashiach, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast until the end." Because remember, you got to endure until the end to be saved, man. And that beginning of your confidence when you first heard this word, that's that initial faith, man. You got to keep that. You know, that's that faith, man, that we need to have. Let me go to Hebrews 6. This is Hebrews 6, and hey, man, this is the promise that the Lord gave us, man. So we know that no matter what, we gonna be good. Um, this is Hebrews 6 verse 13. It says, "For when the Most High made a promise to Abraham, because because he could swear by no greater, he swore by himself, saying, Surely blessing I will bless thee, and multiplying I will multiply thee. And so after he had patiently endured, he obtained the promise. For men verily swear by the greater, and an oath for confirmation is to them an end to all strife, wherein the Most High, willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath, that by two immutable things, in which it was impossible for the Most High to lie, we might have a strong consolation, who have fled for our refuge, to lay hold upon the hope which is set before us, which hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which entereth into that veil, and entereth into that within the veil, where whither the forerunner is for us entered, even Yahawashi, made an high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. But I wanted to get that hope that we have as an anchor, that faith that we have in Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Yahweh Shai, that's gonna keep us stable, man. Remember the scripture say wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time. So we want to be strong, stable, firm, man. You know? Um, I'm gonna grab a couple more and I'm gonna close. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get this last one. I'm gonna close. It's First Corinthians 15, and where do I want to start from? I'm gonna just get this last verse. This is First Corinthians 15 and verse 58. It says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." So we have a promise, man. And we supposed to be steadfast, unmovable. Hey, and we might teach a lot more people, in the upcoming days, man. And you may be on your own, so you just like I said, prepare your mind for it. Stay in the prophecies, stay in the scriptures, and you know, just keep hoping the Lord. And prepare, for these things that's going to come, man, because they're going to try to throw everything at you. But we know that we got Yahweh Shai, and this word, it's going to happen, man. What the Lord said, His will is going to be done. So, Lord willing, that was edifying. Till next lesson, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakadash. I want to say Shalom.